everyone, so welcome to today's video. It is all about Drunk Elephant. As I mentioned before, this was something that I was going to do as far as reviews are concerned. I decided to try this brand because it has a very big following. It is very hyped up. It's got a lot of great reviews. It's very seldom that I've come across a review that was very negative. Some things just work better for other skin types, and that's the thing that you'll find with any single brand. So I decided that I was going to try the vitamin C serum because I had gone to a dermatologist when I was back in Tennessee, and I was visiting a dermatologist in Nashville, and that was one of the things that we briefly spoke about, a vitamin C serum and how that could be part of my anti-aging skincare routine. So I decided to go and try it because I thought, why not give it a go? So that's what I started with, the vitamin C serum. And I had gotten a little trial set from Sephora, which you can get now. And also, before we get into the products, I have nothing on my face, no makeup, nothing, just a little bit of brow gel, and that is absolutely it. So you can see my skin. I do have a little bit of redness around my nose and just a little bit through the chin. But overall, I wanted you guys to see my skin throughout the video and see how these products work, because I think that's the best way for me to really show you how good these products are, and some of them in particular, instead of having a review where I'm wearing a full face of makeup. You can't really see my skin underneath. So that's why I have no makeup on and nothing under the eyes. So if you see bags and dark circles, let's just move on past that, okay? All right, so when I went to Sephora, I picked up the little set that had the Firma Day Serum and the B-Hydra Intensive Hydration Gel, and that retails for about $25, I believe. I'll put it on the screen with the prices of all the products, and I'll also list them down below for you, so if you want to screenshot the product list, then it's there. So this is what I started off with, and I bought these back in August, mid-August, and I ran out of both of these actually towards the mid to late September time frame. I also had gone to the Sephora store when I was in St. Louis, and we were there for a couple days while transitioning here to Colorado, and I decided to pick up the littles. So I've kept this package to show you that you literally get travel sizes of everything that they make except for the lip product, the tinted SPF, and their new jelly cleanser that they have. But everything else that they make, you get in the set for $90. So it's a great buy. And I think it's a really, really good set to try. And it also comes in a little pouch, which is where I keep all of my little products. So we're going to start off with the first two things that I tried. So the B-Hydra Intensive Hydration Gel is a hyaluronic acid based hydrating gel, which is supposed to attract moisture from the air and keep it in the skin, keep your skin plump and hydrated. And it's different than using like oils, and it just works differently, the hyaluronic acid, and that may be a familiar term to some of you. You will find it in a lot of serums. I actually had this one from the little set that I purchased, and also the other one from the Littles kit, that both are completely out. Oops, almost dropped it. But this is what the full size looks like for the hydration gel. So I love the packaging. As I mentioned in a favorites video, their packaging is just spectacular. I love it, and it's got a lot of good ingredients, hyaluronic acid. It's got the pineapple ceramides, and it's just a really good thing to use. I can use it on its own. I love using this with the Marula Oil from the same brand. I can mix this in with my Clinique moisturizer, or any moisturizer really, for that added extra boost of hydration to the skin. When I was in Tennessee, it was so humid and hot there that all I would use is this with the vitamin C, and that was all I needed. Here, it's a little bit drier in Colorado, so I do add a little bit of extra moisture with the moisturizer or the oils. This is great. It's a product that I think everybody can use. At some point, you're going to have issues with your skin being a little bit drier, whether it's the winter or seasonal changes, or you move to a different state and the climate is different, it affects your skin differently. This is something that I think everybody should have on hand just in case you need a little extra boost, and that works phenomenal. The next one is the Firma Day Serum, which is probably one of their most popular products, and it is a vitamin C serum with L-ascorbic acid in a 15% formula. So it is pretty accurate as far as the percentage of vitamin C to actually do some benefit to the skin, and the pH level of this is also where it needs to be effective, which is very big. Not a lot of people know about this, and honestly, brands are not very open and vocal about the pH levels of their formulas, which if it's not formulated with the right pH, you're not really going to get that benefit. It's not really going to work. It could irritate the skin. It could not do anything for the skin. So there has to be a right pH of this kind of stuff. It's a science here, people. So they are very vocal about the pH on this. It helps firm and brighten up the skin. And as you can see, I have some marks from previous breakouts. They have faded considerably because I am a picker, and when I do break out, it's the cystic acne type of breakout, so that's going to leave a mark for a very, very long time, and those will go away with time, so I'm not in a hurry to kind of get rid of it with any sort of laser treatments. I'm just going to let it do its thing. But I had like a little spot here from September that I just kind of broke out of nowhere. I think it's just a change in climate and the food that I was eating, but that mark is just almost gone, and that was just a couple weeks ago. And this one here was more recent as well, almost completely gone, not even that visible. So I think this is a very, very good product. It has a bit of a tint to it where vitamin C typically is supposed to be clear, but it's a combination of ingredients to create the overall Firma Day Serum formula that gives it that color. So don't think that it's gone bad, because that's probably one of the things that you look at it and you're like, vitamin C serum, that's already kind of like an amber color. That means it's on its way out. And you would be right, but this has ingredients in it that make it give it that color. Again, the packaging on these little ones are just, you know, a pump style. I do 2 pumps of this every single morning. I do sometimes 2 to 3 pumps of this. Because I have the large full size of the hydrogel, I go ham with it because I love it. I just sort of slap it all over my face. But this is really good. You can get, like I said, these 2 together, and it's honestly a really great buy. And I think that that's a great place to start if you are interested in this brand. That is where you should start. Everybody should be using a vitamin C serum to protect you from the toxins and the pollutants in the air. It helps protect you from the damage of the sun in conjunction with using SPF. The vitamin C also brightens up the skin, so my skin is much more even in like overall, minus the little redness here and irritation. I just washed my face, so that's why it's still a little red. But overall, in general, it's much more even than it used to be. I used to have lots of redness and a lot of kind of splotchiness. I don't get that anymore, and I think it has to do with this, the brightness, the even tone, the clarity of my skin, and I haven't had any issues with those 2 breaking me out at all, so I love it, and those are the benefits of having vitamin C in your serum. It's really good, and like I said, everybody should be using it. Alright, so now moving on to the littles. I'm going to take out another one of these because this has just a little bit more, but I do need to get that in full size, and it's not that expensive really. I think it's $80. Okay, so for the littles kit, I will kind of show you the cleansers. They have 3 different types of cleansers that you can do. One comes in like a jelly formula, which is new. I have not tried that one. And the other 2, the Juju and the Pekee Bar, those are actual like solid soaps. And solid soaps have a bad rap, and rightfully so, because a lot of bar soaps are very, very harsh, and they're made for the skin on your body, which is so different from the skin on your face. I actually have ordered the one of them, and it should be delivered today, but this is so disgusting, and I'm going to show it anyways because I have no shame, but that is what I have left of both of these. Like, I have to use a Q-tip to scrape out little chunks of this because I like these. I really do. The white one is very creamy, and it cleanses the skin, and that one doesn't strip my skin at all. It doesn't feel like you would think it would feel using a bar soap. It feels really strange using a bar for my face because I've always been like a normal face cleanser type of person, but it actually is really, really good, and it doesn't strip the skin. There are no ingredients in the bar soaps that are going to irritate the skin or strip the skin, which is very bad. If your cleanser is stripping your skin, then it's not the right cleanser for you, and it's actually doing more damage than any good. I enjoy it. The Pekee Bar is the white one, which is the one that I purchased, which on the back of the box, it's a 3-in-1 bar that clarifies, balances, and moisturizes. The Juju Bar, which is the kind of like a taupey shade, that one is a very mild exfoliating one. It's got very, very tiny particles, almost like you can't even feel it, which I like, because super abrasive scrubs can actually be damaging to the skin, especially if you're like pressing it into the skin. It's not really good. You're pulling, you're tugging, and you're creating little micro lacerations in the skin where bacteria and toxins can seep in further into the skin. So very soft, gentle exfoliation is what I would recommend. It helps get rid of dead skin. It helps resurface your skin and leaves it soft and not stripped at all in the least bit. Very, very good. So the next product in this set is the TLC Framboos, the glycolic acid night treatment or night serum. This has a 12% glycolic acid in it, which is the highest that I've ever used. Usually you find 5 to 10% in serums or moisturizers, even toners will have it. Glycolic acid helps give that sort of brightness to the skin. It gives that sort of glowy look. It helps exfoliate the skin and get rid of dead skin cells. And that's exactly what this TLC Framboos does. I put this on a few times a week at night. And when I use this, I don't use my prescription Retin-A because I do use that for acne purposes. And I've been on Retin-A for 5 years now. And if I use this, I will not use the Retin-A. And honestly, I have not had any sort of irritation using this in conjunction with Retin-A throughout the week. Not at the same time, at the same night, but just kind of alternating throughout the week. Have no issues with this. I wake up in the morning, my skin is so incredibly soft. It's got this radiance and this glow and this dewiness that comes, it's like it's coming from within, which is so, so pretty. And ultimately, that's the goal that I'd like to have, you know, clear, even toned skin that just has this radiance that's just naturally coming from the skin. And I actually like this. I thought that this was going to be a little bit, I don't want to say that I thought it was going to be irritating to my skin because of the 12%, but I was kind of like, I've never used that high of a percentage of glycolic acid, so I don't know what this is going to do. So I didn't try this for the first couple weeks of having this kit. I was like, I don't know about that. But eventually I was like, I have to try it because I'm going to do my review eventually, so I need to get on it. So I used it, and again, my skin is just brighter. It's just more clear. It was softer, and you can use this a couple times a night. It just depends on if you have sensitive skin, but honestly, this brand in particular is more for an all skin types type of formulation. It's not going to be product specifically made for oily skin, for dry skin, for acne, for this or for that, because the creator of this brand, Tiffany Masterson, believes that there are toxic ingredients that are added into skincare that are the cause of these types of skin conditions that we often deal with from day to day, time to time, whether it's just an occasional breakout. It could be because of an ingredient or a chemical or toxin used in skincare formulations that are on the market today, which unfortunately they are bad ingredients out there. So they've removed all of those bad ingredients to give you a better, more pure formulations, and it has ingredients that are going to actually work for the skin. Nothing is going to irritate the skin. I do have sensitive skin from time to time, and I have not had any issues with anything from this brand so far. And that's why I'm like, I immerse myself in all things Drunk Elephant, because I haven't had a reaction like I've had in the past with other things. Brings me to the next thing. The Virgin Marula Oil. I love this stuff. I have used oils in the past, like argan oil in my dry areas. Coconut oil is not really good for acne-prone skin because it is comedogenic, and so will clog pores eventually. It's good to remove makeup and do like your first cleanse and then follow that with a second cleanser for the double cleanse method, which I do all the time, and I love doing the double cleanse. But this helps to hydrate the skin. It just makes your skin look so pretty. It plumps the fine lines. It just, I don't know, there's just something really magical about this oil. It's just pure Marula oil. There's nothing extra added to it. It's just pure. It is a little pricey. It's $72 for the full ounce. They recently just came out with half ounces for $40, which is great because if you don't want to commit to the full size, you can buy the mini or the half size, which will last you a very long time. And I usually use about 2 to 3 drops for my entire face. And I can use this in the morning. I can use this at night after my Retin-A. Whatever you put with this is going to go further into the skin because this actually does penetrate the skin quite a bit. So this is an oil that has omega-6 and 9, which are essential for the function of your skin. It's very important to have those nutrients into the skin, and you have to apply those topically. So this is a great way to get that into your skincare. I think anybody can use it. Like I said, I'm acne prone. I've been using this for almost every single day for about a month and a half, and I have not had any issues. And by now, if an oil is going to make me break out, I would have had something happen to my skin at this point, and I have not. This oil is unlike any other oil that I've used because when you put it on, it just sinks into the skin, it hydrates, and your face feels comfortable. Has a bit of a glow, but it's not oily, and it's not like greasy where you just slather yourself with coconut oil and you're like super shiny. It doesn't look like that, and it just sinks right in, and it doesn't feel heavy at all. There's been oils that I've used in the past that I can feel them sitting on my skin. This, I feel like it just absorbs so quickly, and it just works well. You can mix this with the B-Hydra gel, which I do in the mornings. I do it at night. Whenever I feel a little dryness, I just take a little pump of this, had it where I feel the dryness between the brows, under the eyes. I mean, you name it, you can use this Marula oil anywhere. On your nails, your cuticles, your hair, your body, your feet, wherever. Go for it. Lots of benefits, lots of nutrients, and I love it. Like, I truly love this oil. It's so, so good. So we have a couple more things. So we're going to talk about the Lala Retro Whipped Cream. This is a small little size. Again, this is from the Littles kit, so it's not going to be like the full size, which I like the packaging of the full size. You actually push down on the cap, and through the center there's a hole where it dispenses the moisturizer. So no light or air has to go into the jar, and also dirty fingers, which is why sometimes you hear people say that jar moisturizers are not really that great. I would prefer not to have a jar moisturizer, but if you get one that you like, I would suggest using a Q-tip. Take a Q-tip, scoop some out, close it, put it away. So this Lala Retro Whipped Cream is very, very thick. I would look at this, my old self, look at this and say, I get acne from time to time and I get oily. This texture and this thickness is an absolute no-go. This would be a dream for someone with dry skin. But you know what's funny? That this actually looks matte when you put it on. It feels so luxurious and so velvety and smooth, and it's like this whipped consistency. It's like rubbing a cloud all over your face. It feels really great, and it's got a blend of 6 African oils that have been whipped together. And you know what? I was just blown away that this actually did not make me break out, that I like the texture this thick, because like I said, this is like whipped thick. Like, you can do this all day long and nothing is going to come out. It is the thickest texture of moisturizer that I have ever used, and it's good. It's really good. I prefer using the oil during the day and also at night with the hydrogel. I have my Clinique moisturizer, but I'm not opposed to using this. I think this is great. I'm not sure if I would buy this in full size. I would have to finish this up because I have quite a bit. This little bit in this jar will last you a long time. Like I said, just use a Q-tip to kind of scoop some out and then apply. Don't put your fingers in it because the germs that you're going to transfer into this is a no-go. So this is supposed to help with brightness, firming, and just giving you a nice hydrated look to the skin and make it feel comfortable. Like I said, it doesn't have a super dewy, radiant effect on the skin because it is not, you would think with the oils in it, having 6 exotic oils, that it's going to be super dewy and glowy, but it actually goes on pretty matte. It looks great. You can actually mix the Marula with this if you need extra hydration. If you are on the drier side and you want to try this and you read the reviews and the ingredients and it's something that appeals to you, but you feel like it's maybe not enough, you can always rely on the Marula to add a little bit extra to this. You can use the hydrogel as well with it and sort of mix and make your own little concoction at home. All right, so the next product is the Umbra Sheer Daily Defense, the SPF 30. I like the fact that even this little mini, you twist it and it dispenses. So again, light and air do not affect the formulation of it. I don't have an issue with the SPF 30. I think is a great SPF to use on an everyday basis. You should use it in conjunction with vitamin C, with C Firma. My thing is that this actually leaves a bit of a radiant look to the skin. It's got a sheen to it. So if you have oily skin, you may not like this at all. If you have dry skin or like that radiant dewy look, you will like this. I have used this before on the tops of my cheekbones to give me an extra bit of glow, but there is a little bit of something in this formula that gives your skin, I'm not going to say it's like a shimmer, but it's not a glitter. There's like, I see little tiny bits of gold just kind of sprinkled in to this, because I don't want to say this is glittery, because to me glitter does not look like this, and it's not like shimmery and radiant like something that has shimmer and it's, you know, got that sheen to it. This does have a sheen, but it's really hard to describe. So I don't really particularly like this personally for me all over my face, because it does make me look really dewy, especially if I use the Lala whipped cream or the oils or my Clinique moisturizer and then this on top of it. It's just a little much for my skin. But the 30 SPF is really great. I think everybody should be using at least 30. And, you know, some people like it, some people don't. It does give a bit of a glow, so I would use it on the tops of my cheekbone, down the nose, or wherever, you know, or all over. Slap it all over if you want, if you like it. So this is something that I personally would not repurchase because of that. Not because it's bad or because you know, I had a bad reaction to it because I just don't like the goldeny, you know. They did come out with a tinted version, so that's also something that you can try if you're interested in it. I have a tinted SPF that is from a medical grade skincare line, and I use that pretty regularly, so this is something that I personally wouldn't need to repurchase. And again, because of those little kind of goldeny flecks that are in there, I'm not inclined to purchase this as I would with everything else. Everything else, yes, I would repurchase and recommend to everyone. So as I've mentioned before, packaging is very, very key. When you have a formula of skincare, and again, remember, this is all science. When you put formulas together, ingredients, and you mix them together, you want to preserve their efficacy, and light and air can alter how formulas work and how ingredients last and how they perform. And I just really appreciate the fact that they have packaging that prevents light and air. So when you get your packaging, you're going to be able to twist it up, dispense them out, and just twist the cap and it shuts it closed. No light and air is actually getting into the formula itself, which is genius. The same thing with the vitamin C. The full size will look like this. It's just going to be orange cap. The Marula oil comes in a dropper form, which is how oils come, but the glass is completely solid, so no light can penetrate at all, so it won't alter the actual oil itself, which is great. The moisturizer, again, the full size of it, you don't actually have to come in contact with the jar inside with your fingers. It just dispenses through the top cap, which is so important, and it keeps the bacteria from forming in the products. And I really appreciate that. I do like the fact that they know about formulas and ingredients. They know how important packaging is to stabilize something and keep it fresh for a long time. And they're also very open and honest about the ingredients and the pH levels of their products. So I really do feel like there's something really great with this brand, and I really like it. If I had to recommend some kits or some pieces, I will have all the kits that they came out with for the holidays listed below with the price points. You can get it at Sephora's website, Sephora stores, or drunkelephant.com. You can also get Drunk Elephant through dermstore.com, which I will have it listed below for you. I would strongly advise the vitamin C. I think it's very important. No matter what your age is, no matter what skin type you have, this is where you should be, at least with the 15%. Absolutely love the Marula. If you have acne, prone skin, oily skin, this will balance you out and keep you from producing a lot of oil. If you are dry, you can use 4 drops. Oily, acne prone skin, 2 to 3 drops is perfect. Seriously, love that. I would definitely say the B-Hydra gel. So I would have to say that my top 3, Firma Day Serum, the B-Hydra Intensive Gel, and the Marula. I think that's really the first 3 products that I would recommend if you're new to the brand. This is where you should start. I hope that this video was helpful for any of you guys that are interested in the brand or wanted to know what my thoughts are. I hope this video helped you. I would recommend it. Check out the list below of my recommendations. Kits that they have, if you are wanting to try it, this is a time to get their holiday kits because they have incredible value for what you get in the kits. It's just really, really great. And there's a few other things that I haven't tried from them that I would like to try at some point. So if I do get a chance to try those out, I will definitely do videos on that and maybe come back and do like a part 2 to the Drunk Elephant brand. But so far, loving everything that I've tried. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I appreciate all the love and support that I get from you guys. You don't know how much that means to me. It's everything to me. If you are new and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and be part of my YouTube family. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for just being you and for being here. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. It's down below as always, and I will talk to y'all very soon.